Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, good morning to each and every one of you guys on this morning. Double tap on the screen as you come into the room on this morning. How y'all doing this morning? Grand Rising, Rich Rising, Happy New Day to some of you guys. Just seeing some of y'all over in prayer this morning. Some of you guys, good morning to your Diva Styles 87. How you doing this morning? Okay, is it Niece? Good morning, Niece, clocking in. Corky Chevy, I see you clocking in. Double tap on that screen. What's up, Auntie Nate? Good morning to you, Grand Rising to you. Happy New Day to each and every one of you guys, man. I got 2 weeks until I'm in New York, and I'm gonna tell y'all what, I'm so excited right now. I cannot wait, to get in the room tour, the grand finale. Man, listen, I feel I got all kind of feelings, right? I got all kind of feelings. I'm excited. I'm extremely excited. I don't even know if excited is a big enough word, but to know that I completed a whole 10-month tour, with motivational speaking, like all over the place, like, what I'm saying, being able to run into my supporters, being able to see my chosen family live and in person, being able to experience that love, right there. And I'm telling you, like every city that we went to, every place that we went, it was an amazing vibe. And it's that today in today's time, that's very hard, that's very rare, right? With so much stuff going on, it's always some type of drama, some type of chaos, some type of something going on, to say that we completed that whole entire tour and we did it with the same people all year round, right? All year we had the same type of people experience that same type of love. No fallouts, no craziness, no none of that, man. And it's with people switching so much, it's like so different, man. I'm telling you, like, just me, I pay attention to everything. I really and truly do. I pay attention to everything. When I say that, everything, I pay attention to everything. So when I look at stuff, I look at it with a deeper view, like, wow, I cannot believe we really did this. And this is what it's been. So Saturday, October the 26th, I will be in New York, and I will be celebrating the grand finale of the Get in the Room tour, man. That is the last Get in the Room tour for 2024. And it's amazing. It is amazing. I'm super excited. I just want to say good morning to each and every one of you guys. Big ups to everybody, man. I hope you guys are ready. We are now locked into 78 days. 78 days is what we have left till 2025. I hope y'all are ready, because we spent this whole entire year touring, coming from city to city, state to state, trying to get everybody on board, trying to inspire everybody, trying to get everybody locked in, to what was going on. So if you're not ready, you still got 78 days to get ready. Double tap on my screen real quick, though. If you are happy to be here this morning, double tap on my screen. Double tap on the screen. Go ahead and send me some love. IG, we need to get 10 badges on IG. Let's get started. I'm ready to get started. I just wanted to put that out there, because that's what's on my heart this morning. Been thinking about it all night. Just super excited. I feel like I'm doing a countdown to Christmas is how I really feel like I'm doing a countdown to Christmas. Double tap on that screen. Yes, that's Saturday, October the 26th. We're going to be in the Bronx, New York. If you do not have a ticket, I will have some standing room available. Make sure you are at the venue at 12:30 so that we will be able to get you in. Double tap on that screen. How y'all doing this morning? Come on, there we go. Felicia, I appreciate you. Thank you, Benny Simpson, for the stars. I appreciate you. Jim, thank you so much this morning. Miss Allen, I appreciate you on this morning. I see the love coming now on TikTok as well. Double tap on that screen for me. IG, help Felicia out over there. Y'all need 9 more badges. I only seen 1 come up. Double tap on that screen for me. How y'all doing this morning? Good morning, Grand Rising, Rich Rising. Happy New Day to everybody. Hope and pray that everybody rested well last night. Thank you so much, Denise. That's right. I hope everybody rested well this last night. And I hope y'all ready for the word on this morning. Good morning. Hey, Lily. Appreciate you, Heather Geegan. Oh, I tried to play with y'all. IG, I'm bad. My bad. Y'all had, hey. It was 5 of y'all. Y'all only needed 5 more badges. I must have been looking over here. I didn't see y'all. They like, wait a minute now. We doing better than that. I know. Yeah. Y'all need 3 more, y'all. My bad. They go Lynn jumping in and helping y'all out. Double tap on their screen. They're like, wait a minute now. Double tap on that screen. Good morning. Grand Rising. Shay. Is it Shay Man? Shay Man. Appreciate you so much. Kiana 41. Thank you so much. I appreciate you both. Dark Chocolate Babe. Appreciate you. Good morning to you. How y'all doing this morning? Y'all ready this morning? Gigi my roast. Good morning to you as well. Double tap on my screen. I love me some you. Janie, good morning to you. Thank you so much for the love I'm seeing over there. First and foremost, I want you to understand that we're going to talk about God goes to work in the dark. Thank you, Diva Styles. I appreciate it. Put it on your header, baby. Put it on your header. That's where we at. I see 10K over here. They got their 10 badges. Everybody is on the roll with their goals. Beacon, I saw you pop in as well. Good morning to you. How you doing? Yeah. God goes to work in the dark. God goes to work in the dark. And I know that there's going to be some people, right? Awkward emotion. I appreciate you. There's going to be some folk that's like, wait a minute. What we talking about right now? Listen, I want you to understand that as we begin to wind down 2024, as we're starting to wrap up 2024, we got 78 days, right? And sometimes when you start to wind things down, it started to get a little heavy, right? It started to get heavy. And we're talking about life right now. The more that you closer to get to the end of the year, everybody started talking about how is, seasonal depression. Everybody started talking about, I really don't care too much for the end of the year. It just be this and it just be too draining. It be this and this and it just be all of that, right? We start to feel those emotions. And what I'm saying to you this morning is, right, we're not going to be concerned about the end of the year and the seasonal depressions. We're not going to be concerned about the end of the year and how heavy of a burden that it's supposed to be. We're going to start doing that inner work, right? So we started September the 1st. So we got 1 whole month ahead of time. Understand that. So we're ahead of time. We're proactive at this thing right now. So no matter whatever it is that's happening in your life in this moment, right? No matter what it is that you're facing in this moment, I want you to understand something real quick. Hear me with the depths of your soul. God goes to work in the dark. That's what we on. That's what we on, Coach. That's what we on. And I'm pausing like that because I'm trying to give a couple of my folk the opportunity to come back from down the hall. They took off running with that part right there. That I'm giving them a minute to get back. They ran down the hall. Well, what are you saying, Coach? Like, this is for the people that's like, wait a minute, I'm new here. What just happened? I want you to understand that sometimes you don't see what's happening in your life. You don't see the change. You don't see the growth. You don't see the development in that moment. And what's happening is you start to feel like you by yourself. You start to feel like, oh, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I don't know if I'm doing enough. And this is happening and that is happening. And just because things are not happening the way that you're used to of them happening, then you start to get sidetracked, right? You get sidetracked. You get pulled off course. You get discouraged. You start to feel defeated because you start to say to yourself, well, wait a minute. This ain't how, it ain't looking like how I wanted to look. It ain't really doing what I wanted it to do. This ain't really what I was expecting. And sometimes we get over there and we want our blessing to come in the way that we prefer. And I need for you to understand on this morning that God does not operate by your preference. You can write that in your notes. If I was a note taker, I would definitely jot that part down. Baby, this ain't got nothing to do with your preference. God is not going to always show up in the way that you prefer. Understand that your ways are not his ways are not yours. God is not going to always show up in your life in the way that you prefer. Understand that you're going to want to write that down. You're going to want to jot that down. Like if we was gonna take a note, we would definitely have to. Come on, Heather Smith. I appreciate your package too. I got it when I got back yesterday. Double tap on the screen. Somebody saying, ooh wee. Come on, just write it in the chat for me, Crystal Love. Ooh wee, baby, because that right there is enough to make you sit up on the edge of the bed. What are you saying? A lot of times we miss our blessing, we miss our breakthrough, we miss our thing that we're praying and hoping for the most. We miss that. Why? Why do we miss it? Because it's not coming in the way that we prefer it to come, and because it don't look like what we wanted to look like, we don't notice it. Because it's not dressed the way that we want it dressed, and guess what? We don't notice it. We shut it all the way out. We look at it like it's crazy, like, baby, that right there, that ain't for me. How the songwriter said, who Hooters for? Baby, Hooters for? That ain't what I asked for. That's not what I wanted. That's not looking the part. That's not sounding the part. That's not walking the part. And you have to understand that God does not operate based on your preference. Understand that. That's why you got to be locked in. He goes to work in the dark. You're not going to always see what it is that he's doing. You're not going to always understand what it is that he's doing in your life. You're not going to understand the order in which he's performing in your life. Understand that, because he didn't have to have clearance from you. God doesn't need your clearance. Understand that. Once you say yes, once that yes is given up, once you already then said, okay, I'm going to allow you to take over, then from that point forward, he about to go to work. That's it. That's all. It won't be on a billboard. There will not be a broadcast. It will not be televised. It will be just simply him doing exactly what he's going to do in your life. And you have to be so faithful. You have to, yes, understand this now. You have to be so faithful and so obedient and working, operating with that spirit of discernment that you know his voice from yours. It's important. You have to be locked into a level that even when you are looking at it with your natural eye and you say, whoa, this got to be one of my worst days ever. Come on, double tap it, because some of y'all in that season right now, you're like, man, this got to be the worst day ever. This got to be the worst month ever. This got to be the worst year ever, man. Like, I just ain't get everything done the way I wanted to get it done. I had so much stuff coming to me left and right. I done lost so many friends and people that I thought I loved more than anything. I done separated from my family members, and you know, I'm real family oriented, so they don't really be sitting too well with me. And the holidays and stuff is coming up, and that's making it twice as bad. And you know, it's been hard out here for me. Understanding, like, you know, I'm realizing now, you know, that the one that I'm willing to do everything up under the sun for, understand that I done rolled there and back for, understand I done did all of that, and guess what? I'm finding out that they don't even want me like that. They don't even see me like that. That they done moved on from the relationship, and I'm just standing here empty-handed trying to figure out my life. Coach, I hear what you're saying when you're saying you want us to be upbeat. I hear what you're saying when you want us to put a smile on our face. I hear what you're saying when you're saying hold the faith and keep pushing forward. But some days I wake up, and when I wake up, I feel like I don't have nothing left. I wake up and I feel like it's a couch on my chest. Sometimes I wake up and my mind is so twisted and it's so turned up that I don't know if I'm coming or going. And what I'm saying to you is, the moment that you start operating with Christ, the moment that you say, hey, look, I give that up to you, I release that to you, I'm done with that right there, that's above me, it's the moment that you can pull that couch up off your chest. That's the moment that you can free up your mental space. That's the moment where you can actually start to experience real peace, real joy in your life. When you start to align yourself and your life, understand, with that word, when you start making a conscious effort on a day-to-day basis to stay strong within, enforce your boundaries, to push yourself to that next level in spite of everything that's going on in your life, then all of a sudden you'll start to experience a peace that you won't understand. All hell is breaking loose, but I'm at peace. Everything is going crazy in my life, but I'm at peace. Yeah, I hear the job talking, they gonna furlough everybody, but I'm at peace. I heard my family, you know, they falling all apart ever since Big Mama then left, so I don't know what they doing. It's almost like every man for himself. We ain't family no more. Understand, I just don't get it, but I'm at peace. I'm at peace, and my peace, it passed all my understanding. I don't understand why I'm so at peace. I don't understand why I'm so happy. I don't understand why I still got joy. I don't have $1 million yet. Understand, I don't even have the 6 figures yet, coach. Hold on, I'm still doing this and I'm still doing that, but it just feels different. My life feels different. It feels a whole lot calmer now. I just feel like I can just rest right here. Understand, that's what it's about. That's what that alignment do. Put that in red ink. Go ahead, but y'all better be writing it down. Yeah. What'd you say? That's what that alignment do. Y'all know that's just it, baby. I had to put it in 2024 so some of y'all can get it, baby. That's what that alignment do. What'd you say, Cole? That's what that alignment do. That alignment have you over there at peace. You be in peace and prayer. Understand that you be in peace and prayer. You might be over there walking a little bit, but you ain't worrying. Hello, I'm walking, but I ain't worrying. I'm simply walking because I'm working out. I'm walking because I'm building up my endurance. I'm walking because it keeps my body physically fit. I'm no longer walking because I'm worried. I'm praying. Understand? Yeah. I'm praying. That's what I'm doing. I'm praying. I'm walking. I'm reading. This is what I'm doing. I'm operating with my pressure plan on a regular basis, baby. That's what that alignment do. When you start aligning yourself with that word, you start to experience a peace that will surpass your understanding. You don't know why you such at peace, right? Folk don't know why you such at peace. And I say you don't know why because things will start happening in your life that you are not noticing in that moment. You won't pay it no attention at first. It will be a smooth shift. Why? Because God goes to work in the dark. It's not something that happen all big and all loud. Understand that things start shifting in your life right there up under your nose. Things will start happening that will be different. And the more that you do it, the more that you push forward with it, the more that you will start to see the change that's happening inside of your life. But you have got to operate with what? You have to operate with that, and you have to be intentional. It almost tore me up, that word almost tore me up getting out just now. You have to be intentional. You got 78 days. You cannot afford not to be winning on purpose. You have 78 days. You held it to yourself to get super focused. I'm talking about more focus in these next 78 days than you've been since the beginning of the year, right? Y'all know how we start out in the beginning of the year, everybody going strong. I'm talking about you have to be more focused than that. You have to be locked in on a level that, that people won't even believe, that they'll be sitting up there looking at you in your face. Understand, they said, I can't even believe you talking like that. I can't even believe you thinking like that. I can't even believe you acting like that. I mean, you said no and you really didn't do it? Yeah. I said no and I really didn't do it. Why? And they ask you those questions because they're used to you saying no, but they're also used to you saying no and then turning around and doing it. They're used to you saying one thing and then doing something else. They're used to you lying to yourself. They're used to you breaking commitments with yourself. They're used to you saying one thing but then doing something completely different. So to see that your words are now matching your actions, understand that bothers them, that upsets them, that frustrates them, that agitates them, right? Because there was once upon a time when, you would do all that hooping and hollering, slamming all the doors and doing all of that, and then turn right back around and you would give in to them. You would do all that hooping and that hollering, slamming the doors, maybe even go for a drive and come right back and give them whatever it was that they wanted from you. They had got used to being able to manipulate you. They've gotten used to being able to deal with your temper tantrum because they knew that the moment that you calm down, that guess what? You're going to give them exactly what they wanted. And the moment that you start changing, you start healing, you start evolving in life, and you started valuing yourself, then now they're looking at you like, wait a minute, who is this right here? Who are you? And where's the person that I can walk like a dog? Who are you? And where's the person that I could treat like a doormat? Wait a minute, who are you? And who told you that you can develop a backbone? Who are you? And who in the world told you that you can stand on your own? You used to be the most family-oriented person in the world. You made it to the cookouts before everybody. You came and showed up to all the functions way before everybody. Ain't no way in the world you mean to tell me that all of a sudden you sitting stuff out. You ain't calling folk. You ain't texting folk. I looked at the group chat and I see where you left the group chat. You ain't even in there no more. What's wrong with you? Yeah. They ain't even used to this new person. They're not, come on, double tap on the screen. Yeah. Come on, Miss Cherry. Miss Cherry, it's tight, but it's right? You have some folks in your life, if you pay attention to them, they'll let you know right then and there exactly how they thought about you, what they feel about you, what they think about you, how they see you. They'll let you know what their response to your growth and development. That is a note right there for you. People that is around you will show you. They will show you. They will put it right out there for you. Exactly how they feel about you, how they think about you, how they see you. They will do it. Come on, Lily. It's It's the truth. They will do it, and they will do it if you're paying attention. As soon as you start growing, as soon as you start evolving, you start healing in your life, when you start speaking different, when you start operating with those boundaries and whatnot, all you have to do is watch them when you say no. All you have to do is watch their response. Listen to their response when you say, I'm not going to come, or I'm not going to give it to you, or I'm not going to do it for you. All you have to do is pay attention, and folk will show you every single thing that they need to know about you. Folk will actually be asking you for something, and you say no, and they will have the audacity to ask you why. What? Oh, hold up, Janice, I got more. Wait a minute, what you say, Coach? As an adult, as a grown adult, understand this, as a grown adult, when you don't owe nobody absolutely nothing, that's how you know that you're dealing with a user. You're dealing with somebody that's surviving off the benefits of you. They're so used to you saying yes. They're so used to you saying yes. They're so used to you giving to them. Come on, Samara, for real. They're so used to you giving to them and doing everything that they want you to do, that the moment that they be asking you, and you're like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Nah, I'm not going to give it. Nah, it's not going to be this, that, and the third. The moment that you start saying no, friends say you just ran somebody upstairs. Hey, I'm just saying, as a grown adult, baby, as a grown adult, and you say no to them, you will find out exactly who and what it is that you're dealing with when you say no. And the moment that you say no, they ask you why, as if you have to have a reason for your no. My no is just my no. I'm in a season where I'm fasting from folk. I'm in a season where I'm fasting from helping folk. I'm in a season where I'm fasting from always being the first one to show up, the first one to do it, the first one to give it, the first one to go and fix it. I'm taking my cape off. I'm going to let some other folk go fix it for a while. I'm taking my cape off. I'm going to let everybody else go save for a while. I need to take care of me, because the more that I sit right here, understanding I learn how to be still and be at peace in my own life, I'm starting to realize I don't have all the issues that I really thought that I had. I don't have all the problems that I really thought that I had. When I sit here and I evaluate myself and evaluate my life, baby, this y'all stuff. Come on, Iris. Ooh, friends say, okay. Yeah. I'll be doing so much better without y'all. Oh, and that's what the enemy do not want you to realize. The enemy don't want you to realize the enemy sees the greatness that's all over you. See exactly what it is that you can be without you. See, sometimes he knows what your calling and everything is. She said, I felt that. Come on, good morning to you. The thing about it is they know that already. They know that if you ever was to turn them loose, they know that you're going to be something, woo, baby, off the chain. They know that if you was ever to walk away from that toxic, that narcissistic, that dysfunctional family, that dysfunctional relationship, that job that ain't really good for you, they know for a fact they're so creative. They're boss in their own mind. Understand that they can design anything, put anything together if they really put their mind to it. Have you ever heard anybody say, oh, if they ever put their mind to it? What did you say, Coach? The note was, people will tell you exactly how they see you, what they think about you, and all of that. If you listen, if you pay attention, the same way them focus ask you why is the same folk that'll say to you right there in your face, you know what? If you really put your mind to it, you can do anything. If you really put your mind to it, I'm telling you, you can be a millionaire, billionaire. The way you be putting this together and doing this and doing that, and we don't pay it any attention. We shut all of that. Why? Because we don't know how to accept compliments. We don't know how to accept it when folk is trying to pour into us. Understand that we don't know what to do with that right there. When they start coming to us, we brush it off as if it ain't really nothing. And so we shut it out instead of paying attention to it. Understand that people will sit right there and tell you everything. Oh yeah, you so talented, man. If I was you, I'd do this, that, and the third. You'd be like, yeah, but you know that ain't really for me. Who said that? Who said that? A lot of times we don't reach our level of success because we talk ourselves out. Ain't even because of nobody else. Ain't nobody else told you that. You just made up in your mind that you're supposed to be a worker for the rest of your life. You signed up to be a worker for the rest of your life because that's what you seen your parents do and your grandparents do and everybody that was around you do it. But just because that's what they did does not mean that that's what you have to do. You just accepting something that just was passed down to you. Understand that. And here you are come third, fourth generation and you talented as all get out. third, fourth generation. You so creative. You can design anything, paint anything, sew anything, baby. You got everything that you need to be the generational curse breaker, but you don't know how to accept it because you don't know how to see it. Understand that you hear what they're saying, you understand what they're saying, but because you don't know how to receive it, how to take it and run with it, then you allow that gift, that talent just to sit over there and just waste. And what did I say? If you do not use it, you will lose it, right? If you don't use the gift, you don't use the talent, then it's just sitting over there idling. It's just sitting over there dry rotting. It's just sitting over there going complete waste. It's just spoiling because you're not utilizing that gift and that talent. And that's the reason why it's so important. Understand that in this season that we're in, that you to tap into yourself. It's time to get serious about what it is that you want out of life. It's time to get serious about your growth and your development. It's time to get serious and let go of walking around with all this hurt, all this pain, all this trauma, all these different issues. Understand that it's not there. Nobody's going to come and save you. You owe it to yourself to simply detach yourself. It's powerful. Some wrongs you will never be able to make right. It's some wrongs, it's some issues, it's some things that you will never be able to smooth over with some folk. But you have to let those things go and let people think whatever they want to think, feel whatever they want to feel, say whatever it is that they're going to say, as long as they say it in the way over there. Take that over there. You know what? One thing's for sure, two things for certain, the season that I'm in, and I'm going to be real with you. I'm not trying to prove who I am and what I do to anybody. Understand that. I'm not trying to prove who I am and what I do to anybody. I'm not going outside my way to try to break nothing down for you so that you can wrap your little pea brain around it. I'm not going outside of my way trying to show you that this is what it is and this is what it ain't. Baby, listen here. I don't have to clear up nothing with you. I don't have to get no approval from you, no validation from you. So why in the world would I'm not about to do that with you? And y'all have the craziest conversations with folk. Y'all sit there and actually talk about y'all life with folk that I ain't even with you, especially if I'm not with you. If I'm not with you, if we're not dealing with each other, ain't no way in the world I'm about to discuss my life and my development with you. Understand that what I do, how I do it, and when I do it ain't got nothing to do with you. We ain't together. So whether I'm doing this or this still ain't got nothing to do with you. Understand that. And y'all waste time, y'all waste energy, y'all waste effort. Y'all allow people to say crazy things. Y'all allow people to get inside y'all mind. Y'all allow people just to do whatever, and y'all just, okay, well, you know, they said. Don't tell me what they said, because I don't care. I don't do they said. I can care less what a person be saying. You know what I'm saying? Come on, friend. We way too old for that. I'm 46. Do you think I really care? The moment you start telling me about what somebody said is the moment that really get up under my skin. Why was they able to, why? Because the part that bothered me is, why were they even able to say that to you? Why are you still connected to somebody that talk that type of talk to you? Why are you still in the presence of somebody, you know what I'm saying, that treats you poorly in 2024 with all the teaching, with all the information that's out right now? Why are you still laying next to or in the same environment with somebody that don't deserve you? Why in the world you still sharing space with, it's still you, let alone having conversation, sharing space with, talking to, dealing with in any type of way, shape, or form with an individual? Understand that you already know that don't mean you no good. At one point or another, you're gonna have to look at yourself and say, hey, you know what, self? I think I'm the problem right now. It's a fact. Why you say that? Because it don't take all day to do nothing. It don't take all day to do nothing. Come on, Felicia. She said they better not come with somebody. Yeah, they better not. Listen, it don't take all day to do nothing, sweets. Understand that. Y'all stop playing with yourself. Stop playing with yourself, and that's just being real. It don't take all day to do nothing. If you don't want somebody and you don't want somebody around you, you don't want nobody in your space, you don't want nobody in your life and whatnot, it don't take all day to get them out. It honestly, like just being real about it, it really and truly don't. Sometimes people say things, but they don't really mean what it is that they say. You know what I'm saying? And you have to know the difference in between people that are trying to heal and people that just simply want attention. Some folks, she said, why are you in my business this morning? Oh, baby, listen, I'm just trying to help you. Understand that. Like, you have to know the difference. Like when you get to a place when you're sick and tired, for real, friend, you have to get to a place where you're sick and tired. A person that has reached a level of growth and development, when they're really growing, ain't a devil in hell that's going to stop or slow up their process. Know that there's not going to be anything that you can say or do or tear that you're going to be able to cry, an excuse that you're going to be able to conjure up that's going to make them backpedal on their boundaries, that's going to make them backpedal on where they stand in life. Understand that when they start growing, come on, Heather Smith, for real, when they start growing and evolving in life, they don't care. They be like, cry me a river, baby. Ain't a good heart gonna get you back in my graces. Understand that yeah, you get to that place in your life where you're so locked into what it is that you're doing that, yes, understand that I wish you the best. Hello, somebody, don't care what you got to do as long as you do it out there. Hello, it is what it is. I mean, that's just how serious you actually become about yourself and about your life. That's how serious you are about your development. People that want to grow, that want to evolve, that want to create the very best version of themselves, understand they have a tolerance level of 0. I'm trying to tell you, if you breathe wrong, if you sigh one too many times. Yeah, if you breathe wrong, you will be up out their face, baby. Have you ever seen a person that's healing, that's growing, that's evolving, that's really tapped in with Christ? Understand that they're working on their relationship with themselves and their relationship with God. And those are the two most important things in their life. Understand that the job, they know they got a job, but they also know that God is their source. The job is the resource. They know they got the church family, love the church family, been there their whole entire life, love everybody that's there, got a relationship with everybody that is there. But the moment that they don't feel like they're growing or evolving, if they're not getting exactly what they need out of there, or they feel like they've outgrown it, they have no type of hesitation with letting everybody know, yeah, this gonna be my last Sunday. I love y'all. I might come when y'all have youth day or women's day or whatnot. I might see y'all again soon. And they will, what I'm talking about, expeditiously, 2 fingers swinging, put up their church finger and bop their head right on up out them church doors. Won't even miss a beat. That's how dedicated, that's how committed that you have to be on your journey, that you understand that there's going to be some times when you're going to have to go and it's going to be just you, that you're going to have to do and it's going to be just you. You're going to have to perform and it's going to be just you. And you have to be willing to do that. You have to be willing to go against the grain, go against the flow. You have to be willing to be the first one to do it. That's how it is when you're committed to your development. Sometimes you have to walk away. Let's just be real. You'll have to walk away and you have to leave everything right there. You can't take nothing with you. Understand that. Why? Because I'm valuing my peace. I'm valuing my sanity. I tell you what, I'm going to be completely gone. I don't even want to be here. Have it all. Take it with you and walk smooth off. That's it. That's all. Why? Because my peace is priceless. You think I'm going to sit here and what? You ain't finna, you ain't finna, I just cannot give nobody the power to ruin my life, to destroy my peace, to rob me of my joy, of my good mood. Like I can't do that. I got 78 days left in 2024. And one thing's for sure, two things for certain is, you have to know what you're dealing with. And when I'm calling these people, I want you to scan yourself. I want you to evaluate yourself, right? Ask yourself, like, am I doing these things? Is this me? Is any of these? Yeah. She's throwing out some stuff, but am I seeing myself in some of the things that she's saying? And when you see that part is for you, you jot that part down. You be conscious of how you handle that particular thing going forward. Am I the person that's been crying about the same thing since January? Am I in the same situation that I was in since January? Am I just talking about the same thing over since is that me? If that's me, let me fix me. If that's me and that's how I'm behaving, let me make some corrections in my life. If that's me, let me get to work. Understand, it's time to get to work in your life. All the making the excuses, all the crying, the whining, the complaining, the sitting and the soaking, baby, it's played. Just put in my chat real quick. It's played. It's played. Played. Baby, it's played. In 2024, that means it's played out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of saying played out, they be like, baby, that's played. That's played. That's played, honey. Don't know, but listen, life already hard. Life already hard. You think somebody want to sit up there and deal with you making it harder? Yeah, life already hard. Do you think that it's fair for you to sit over there with somebody that's making your life harder? When you already got your own stuff that you dealing with, own stuff that you got to face on a regular basis, you think you want to, you feel tired, you feel heavy, you feel drained, you feel used and abused. Well, if you put down some of the stuff that don't belong to you, that will lighten the load. If you put down some of the stuff that don't belong to you, you know what I'm saying, you will start to feel a whole lot better about the situation. A lot of times it don't even, and then half of the time, really honestly speaking, again, we don't even realize it until we get focused. When we get focused on ourselves and our development, when we start looking at our life, that's when we realize how much of the stuff that we're carrying that don't belong to us. That's why it's so important for you to evaluate your connections, evaluate your environment, evaluate the people that you're surrounded by. Because I'm going to tell you right now, a takers is not going to stop taking. That's their job. A manipulator is not going to stop manipulating you. A person that's able to use and abuse you, that's able to reap the benefits of you without having the responsibility of you, they're going to continue to do that until you put your foot down, until you stop it. Understand that they're never going to stop. They're doing what they are designed to do. Understand that. That's just like the op. The op is the what? Opposition. The opposition is designed to come against you, to make it hard for you, to make it difficult for you. That's what the opposition does. And you can't get mad. You can't get shocked. You can't be sad and depressed because a thing is behaving in a way that they already showed you. This is who I am. Double tap on my screen. Get us to 100K TikTok. How you mad? How you shocked about what you already knew? How you mad? How you shocked? How you surprised about what you already knew what you was dealing with. You already knew exactly what it was that you was dealing with. So how in the world are you trying to act like you shocked by it? Why are you trying to act surprised by it? Why are you trying to act like your mind is blown by it? Understand that, make that make sense. You got to stop acting like you were so surprised and so hurt and so down bad about something that you already knew. You knew that already and still allowed it to happen. So baby, that ain't even on them. That's really on you. You was very much aware. You was very much aware of exactly what it was that you was dealing with, and you went over there and you decided to do it anyway, and now you want to mope and cry. Now you want to whine. Now you want to complain. Now you want to tell the world about how unhappy you are, how you sold this and you sold that. But baby, all of that is self-inflicted. Understand, we're going into a place in life where you have got to take full accountability, not just accountability, but full accountability for the things that you are allowing to continue in your life. When you see something is not good for you, when you see something is not good to you, then you owe it to yourself to stop wasting time. Cut it off right then and there. Why in the world would you allow it to linger, to fester for months on type of months? Why in the world would you allow it to sit there and infect everything else that's around it? Ain't that what a bad apple do? They say one bad apple will spoil the whole bunch. If you got one bad apple and you got 12 other apples in there, and you leave that one rotten apple inside of the pack or inside the basket with the good apples, guess what? The same fungus, the same bacteria, the same rotten stuff is going to crawl all over onto the other apples, slowly but surely. Yeah, double tap. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, it's dripping all over the place. The maggots is growing, coming and crawling all over the place. And then, and I'm going to be real with you, in some of the apples, you won't even know that the maggot got down inside it. She said, wow, Jesus, you are speaking straight to me. Listen, sometimes you don't even know that the maggot and got inside some of them. It's such a small hole, right? It's such a small hole that you'll be over there eating the apple, and then you realize that it's rotten over there. You didn't even know that one was rotten too. You knew all of them was in the same basket together, in the same bag together. together, but you didn't realize that that was rotten as well. Understand that. Let's be real. That's how it is having people around you that are like that. You know what I'm saying? And you owe it to yourself in the season that we're in to separate yourself. You owe it to yourself. Understand that. And I'm saying all of this to say that your fear of stepping out, your fear of doing your own thing, your fear of being alone, your fear of separating yourself from that codependency type of mentality, you don't have to have that. Understand that you will be just fine. Anything that God removes out of your life, he's going to replace it with bigger and better. It may not be your mother, but it'll be a mother figure. It may not be your sister or brother, but it will be people that will come into your life and they will be closer to you than your own sisters and brothers. You will have folk that will come around you. Understand, a family that is around you that you would not even believe that you guys did not share blood, but you got to be willing to allow God to do his job. Understand that you got to be willing to relinquish your need for control, your need to be the person to fix it, your need to be the person to go in and save everybody. And if I detach from them, they're going to fall apart. Then let it fall apart. Let them fall apart. If I don't do it, then it won't be done. Then leave some stuff undone. That's the season that we're in. Baby, if I got to do it, it won't be done. If you waiting on me to do it, it won't be done. If you think you're going to call me back and forth and I ain't talked to you in months, but because you got an emergency, you want me to make it an emergency, watch the whole bottom fall smooth up out of it. Understand, you owe this to yourself. 78 days left in 2024. You got to fast from these folks. I don't need you to need me right now. Come on. It's tight, but it's right. I don't need you to need me right now. Everything that I got, I need. I need me. I need me. I don't need you to need me right now, because everything that I got, I need. Everything that I got, I need. I need me right now. I'm in a season where I need me right now. I don't have nothing to give you. Come on, spoil. What is it, spoil Keisha 87? Let's just be real for a second, baby. Everything that I got, I need right now. I don't have it in me to come and give to anybody, to come and do for anybody. Understand, I gotta focus on myself. I got things going on in my own life that I still need to take care of. I got stones that I haven't even turned over yet. I got T's that haven't been crossed yet. I got I's that haven't been dotted yet in my own life. And if I continue to stop working on me, to always go fix it for somebody else, be there for somebody else, come through for somebody else, then I'm going to be carrying these same wounds for the rest of my life. I'm going to be down bad and damaged for the rest of my life. I'm going to be crying these same tears, talking about these same dramas and traumas for the rest of my life. And I'm ready to take off this load. I'm ready to experience what it feels like to really live free. To really live free. I'm ready to know what it feels like to really live free. God goes to work in the dark. When you experience a place in your life where you're ready to experience real freedom, all the things that we just spoke about have to be things that you're willing, understand, because you're not going to be forced to do it, that you're willing to relinquish. All of the things that we just spoke about is ways that we damage ourselves through distractions of family and friends and church and job, etc. How we allow everybody to come in and rob us of our attention. So we're so focused on them and their life. We're so focused on pleasing them. We're so focused on coming through for them. We're so focused on living up to their standards and their limitations that they have placed on our life that we forget to live. So then we start saying things like, life is so hard for me. My life is so hard. But truth of the matter is, it really and truly don't have to be. Your life don't have to be hard. It don't have to be difficult. We make it hard. We make it difficult because sometimes we operate with that spirit of disobedience. Good morning, Brian Perry. How are you? Miss Jonna, good morning to you. Yeah, we start operating with that spirit of disobedience, right? We start thinking that we got it like that, that we know what's going on and I don't need you to do that. We start operating that out ourselves. And oh, wait a minute, I can do this. I can fix this right here. And I want you to understand that, in order for you to experience what that real level of freedom is, right? Real freedom is knowing that I don't have to see what he's doing to know that he's doing something. I don't have to understand what it is that he's doing to know that he's doing something. I'm talking about undeniable trust. The way that I trust God, the way that I rely on God, the way that I speak to him on a regular basis. I'm talking about prayer life real strong. 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. We are in conversation. I'm talking about studying the word so much that I may not be able to quote it scripture for scripture, but I can tell you what's up in there. Understand that I can tell you what's up in there. I know enough to know that he gonna keep me. I know enough to know that he's going to deliver. I know enough to know that he's a provider. I know enough to know that he's a protector. I know that enough to know that there's no way that I can go, that he can't come and get me, that he can't rescue me, that he can't reach out and snatch me right back up. I know enough to know that. And guess what? That right there, that'll do it. Hello? Somebody, that right there, baby, that'll do it. That's it. That's all. I know enough to call. That'll do it. That'll do it. You got to be willing, 78 days, you got to be willing to relinquish your need for control and fully trust. When I say trust, I'm not talking about no light trust, no Thomas type of trust. You believe it because you can touch it, because it's tangible to you. I'm talking about trust on a level where, understand that, I'm talking about trust on a level where I don't know what's happening. I've never experienced this before. But I'm going to believe in what you got me doing. I don't know what's happening right now. Don't know why we doing what we doing, but this is what it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. This is how we're going to push forward, right? That's all I know. This is what it's going to be. No matter what the judge say, no matter what the doctors say, no matter what the family say, no matter what the community say, you got to keep pushing forward in life, right? We talked about Ed this morning, right? It was Exodus, and we was in Exodus, and I was telling them about how the children of Israel had already been released from Egypt, right? Already been released from Egypt. Now they said they've delivered them out of the land of sin, right? The desert of sin is where they was coming from. That's what they labeled Egypt as, the desert of sin. So now here you go, right? Can you imagine this? This is us. I want you to see what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you on this morning. Some of you guys is desert of sin. Your desert is not, not in Egypt. Your desert is in your own house. Your desert is in your own relationship. Your desert is in that job. Your desert is in that church. Your desert is in those relationships that's not relationshiping, that's not transporting you from one stage to another stage in your life, that's just sitting and soaking, that's holding you hostage and beating you down bad, that's treating you terribly, right? Because when they was over there with Pharaoh now, remember they were slaves at that time. Understand, they was doing all the work, and this is your field that you're in. You notice what I said? They was doing all the work. This is the field that you were in, and some of y'all are in your desert in relationships, in friendships, in family ships, in situationships. You're in that desert where you're doing all the work. It's a one-sided relationship. It's a 80-10. It's a 80-20. It's a 90-10, and some of them is a 95-5. They ain't even giving you nothing. They're not providing nothing. They're not coming through with nothing. They're not pouring nothing. They are showing up, and they're showing up just empty-handed. The 5% is the effort that they made to get there, but they still got there with their hands up, understand, and they was completely empty. Your desert is the place that you was in, right? The relationship, the friendship, the situationship. They had you down bad. They had you not knowing if you were coming or going, right? So now God is like, I brought you out of your desert of sin. I brought you up out of there. And now here you go. Just like the children of Israel, right? The Israelites, they walking, and as they're walking up out of that desert of sin, they whining and they complaining, they grumbling and they fussing and they going back and forth at Moses like, we thirsty, we thirsty, we thirsty. Why you brought us out here and ain't no water out here? Ain't that the people that you're dealing with right now in your life right now today? You're going outside of your way to help them. You're going outside of your way to pour into them. You're going outside of your way to give them this, to give them that, to be there for them here and there. And they have the audacity to look in your face and still be not satisfied, not be fulfilled, not a thank you in sight. They still whining and complaining. They can still, all they do is find fault in everything. Understand that that's it. And you still helping them. And you still getting to them. You still bending over backwards for them. Oh, I'm this and I'm that, and all kind of, you got the excuse after excuse, reason after reason, and all that. Yeah, I'm talking about real ungrateful, friend, real ungrateful, real unappreciative, all of that, baby. How much longer you gonna go through it? They went on so bad that Moses was like, God, listen, listen, why you got me out here with these people? Go read it. You're like, wait a minute. Why these people are bothering me? Understand that these people, it's some folks in your life, you're like, why in the world? Why? These people are bothering me. Y'all just seen what he done when he brought you out of Egypt. So you know what it is that you're working with. You know what's going on in your life. Right? You seen that I didn't brought you up out of that. So now that I brought you up out of that, why are you operating like I'm not still with you? Why are you operating like I'm not still here? That I'm not still the same God that took care of you way back then? Why are you operating like I'm not still that same God? I'm still the same one. So what does he say? Moses said to him, he said, listen, they're complaining and they about to stone me down here. Understand that? And some of us, that's us right now. That's us right now. We got some folk that's so mad in our life right now because we won't do what they want us to do. They so mad and they so upset with our obedience. Yes, understand that that's a note for you. Your obedience will piss some folk off. It's going to be some folk that's going to be extremely upset about your obedience, because when you start aligning yourself with Christ and what Christ thinks that are Christ-like, operating with that mindset, opening self-help books, opening up the Bible, getting your thesaurus and your dictionary, signing up for certain support groups and classes, getting in environments that's teaching you more about the relationship you have with yourself and the relationship that you have with Christ, then you better be prepared to go at it with some folk. Understand that your obedience is going to piss them off. It don't require all of that. Y'all be doing all that praying, y'all fasting, y'all doing this and that. Girl, that don't sound right to me. Ain't no way in the world. Oh, they'll look at you and call you everything up under the sun. Ain't no way in the world. Y'all doing this, y'all do. Oh yeah, for your obedience. Why? Because they know how you're going to look at them. How you're going to, pay attention. They know how you're going to look at them. And when you look at them, after doing all that work on yourself, after doing all that work on yourself, fasting, praying, reading, studying, operating with your pressure plan, strengthening your spirit of discernment, folk get intimidated when you start growing and become obedient in what it is that you're doing, obedient within yourself, following the things that you set out for yourself, being committed to the commitments that you made to yourself. When you're being obedient to yourself and also being obedient to what God has led you to do, not what somebody else told you to do, but what God has told you that he wants from you, his expectations that have been discussed in between you and him, not nobody else. Then guess what happens? Those people that you used to be running after, that you used to be you used to be begging and doing all of this, and they found a way to manipulate you, to use and abuse you. They know that the more that you stay in that realm, that spiritual realm, then when you look at them, you won't look at them and get those butterflies anymore. You're going to look at them and you're going to see them for who they really are. So it's no longer butterflies, it's moths. It's no longer butterflies, it's disgust. No longer butterflies. You're looking at them and you're saying, how in the world did I get here? How in the world did we end up even together? You're not even my type. You're not even somebody that I would have gave a second look. Wait a minute, I'm turned off with myself. I'm disgusted with myself that I even allow somebody to do me the way that you have, to talk to me the way that you have, to walk me like a dog the way that you have, to have the audacity to try to cheat when you already ain't got nothing to give to one woman but want to have two or three. Understand that, wait a minute, something ain't adding up around here. You ain't got a pot to wait a minute. I'm going to drink the water because that's messy. Good morning. Wait, I didn't drink the water. Hold on. Yeah. You can't even help yourself, but then have the audacity to try to talk down on somebody. Have the nerve to try to speak negatively about somebody. And the very person that you need the most is the one that you try. Understand that, you have to, when you read the story, you're going to understand exactly where I'm coming from. It be the one that you need the most. Understand that you try to give the biggest headache to. The one that's helping you the most, going outside of their way the most, to make sure that you have everything that you need, to keep a roof over your head, to give you a warm bed to stay in, you know what I'm saying? You know, to make sure that you got food in your belly. And then you have the audacity to try to down talk that individual. You have the audacity to try to play in that person's place. You have the audacity to try to walk that person like a dog, the one that's bending over backwards for you, the one that come running every time you need something, the one that'll pick up every call. That's the one you're gonna do like that. Oh yeah, that'll be the main one that they'll do just like that. And then once they get out there and they go get that other one, then they want to come running back when they see that the grass wasn't greener over there, when they see that it wasn't easy for them to replace you over there. And you have to know how to be so committed to yourself and your development where you look folk directly in their face. Baby, you got to stay over there with them folks you thought so highly of. Understand that once you pick somebody over me, you got to stay over there with them folk that you thought so highly of. Understand that. And if I was Moses, that's what I would have been thinking. Like, wait a minute, y'all chose to come out here with me. Understand that. I told y'all I was going free. I was getting up out of here and y'all wanted to come. I came to free you, but y'all gonna walk behind me whining and crying and complaining, grumbling, day in and day out, unsatisfied, and waters through the Red Sea, all of this stuff. And now here y'all is and you're still going at it. He said to me, he said, listen, God, why you got me out here with these people? They down here whining and complaining about everything. They wanting to stone me. Same person that just led you out of one place in life, led you to another place, and you still complaining. He said, go and take the elders with you. And when you take the elders with you, I want you to go over there to that rock. When you get over there to the rock, take the staff. I want you to strike the. I want you to speak to the rock. Strike the rock, speak to the rock. It was one of them. I can't remember right off. And the rock, I think it's strike. Strike the rock. He said, strike it. And the rock is going to spill water for them to drink. Now you have to let that sit with you for a second. He went over there. It was speak. He said, speak to the rock. And then Moses got frustrated. He went over there. He said, speak to the rock. Okay. I knew it was one of them, but we was reading it this morning. I can't remember what he said. He said, struck the Nile. He said, take the same staff that you struck the Nile and take it to the rock and speak to the rock. That's what it was. All right, there we go. I had to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I got people that be reading right along with me when I be reading. Boom. So now he said, go speak to the rock. And when he go over there to speak to the rock, he said, the rock it's going to bring out water. And when it bring out the water, that's going to be for them to drink. And then here we are. Now here they go when they got the water. Then towards the end, it was like, the problem was y'all tested God. He said, you testing the Lord like he's not amongst us. You testing God like he ain't there with you. And I'm saying that to y'all this morning. Sometimes you'll be operating like you don't know that God is like, he's right there. Operating in the dark. He's right there going to work in your life in the dark. You testing God as if he's not right there with you. And he's there the whole entire time. A lot of time you're stressing, you're crying, you're complaining, and you're whining about life when you don't even have to. A lot of times you're walking around with a heavy heart and you don't even have to. A lot of times you're walking around feeling unfulfilled and unsatisfied in life. And it's because, guess what? Because you don't have to. It's because of your own thinking. It's because of what it is that you want to be in control. You have to be willing to be obedient. You have to be willing to follow all the way through, because I promise you, he said, I'm never going to leave you and I'm not going to forsake you. Understand that I'm going to be right here. But if you want me to do it, then you have to be willing to get in alignment with me. If you want me to do it, you have to make sure that you're all the way on board with me. You can't have one foot in the boat and another foot outside the boat. You can't pretend to be over here and then be over there at the same time. You're going to have to make up your mind. How far you go, how far you grow is is going to be, it's going to be left up to you. And that's going to be the work that you put in behind the scenes. Understand that that's going to be the work that you put in back there. You got one job, and that is to be still. Put it in the chat. You got one job, and that job is to be still. If somebody was to tell you that, you would just be like, and I know how a lot of y'all like, wait a minute, but if I'm being still, then I really can't get nothing done. Like, I'm an action type of person, and I just need to be working on this and the third. And yeah, while you're doing all of that, you in your own way. And while you're doing all of that, you are in your own way. Sometimes you're at a loss because you're trying to figure it out yourself. Sometimes you don't understand it because it's not for you to understand. Sometimes your job is to simply just still. That's it. Sometimes your job is just to simply be still and trust that God is going to do exactly what he's going to do. Stress, anxiety, frustration, agitation, and annoyance, we bring that upon ourselves because we be out here trying to fix everything and everybody. Once you lay down the law, once you say this is what it's going to be, once you say this is how I'm going to live, once you put it out there, you let whoever think whatever, feel whatever, do whatever it is that they want to do. But you don't allow that to stop you, to distract you, to pull you off course. You have to learn how to be still. You have to learn how to be steadfast, right there, unshakable, unremovable, right there in the Lord at all times. Understand that when you relinquish your need for control, when you decide that I want you to be the head of my life, when you decide that, hey, it's all up to you, you have to be willing and understanding that I'm going to have to endure some things by myself, that there may be some times on this journey where some of the people that I love the most, they won't understand it and they won't be able to go. And you cannot be shaken by that. You got to keep right on going. You got to keep right on building. You got to keep right on, yes, pushing forward right there in life. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. If we think about Noah, right? Noah goes out here to build an ark, right? Noah is instructed to go and build an ark, right? He told the people. It wasn't that he kept it a secret. He went out there and he told the people, understand, God goes to work in the dark. What he's going to do in your life doesn't have to be broadcast. You just have to have the faith. You just got to trust. You just got to follow all the way through. Give him your burdens. Give him your heavy load. Give him your battles. Give him your struggle. Give him that thing that you can't do nothing about. He tells Noah, hey, Noah, I need for you to do me a favor. Get to building an ark because guess what? It's going to rain, and it's going to rain 40 days, and it's going to rain 40 nights. Understand that it's going to rain. I want you to know that. Noah goes out and tell everybody that it's going to rain. Never not one time in there do you read where Noah was over there arguing with Billy Bob, over there arguing with Bonquisha or Man about whether or not it was going to rain. He let them know that it was going to rain, and he gave them a decision as to whether or not they was going to participate in the building of the boat, whether or not they was going to get on the boat or not. He gave them you listen, this right here, this is respecting other people's choices. It's going to rain 40 days, 40 nights. I'm building an ark. If you want to be a part, then come on. And if you don't want to be a part, then that's fine. What you say, leave people right there where they're happy at. Understand that the moment that it never says not one time in there that Moses stopped working on the boat, that he stopped building the boat to go over there to try to explain to Billy Bob, go over there to stand up Sue-Ann, Rebecca, Joe, or anybody else, Quisha, Keisha, or Lanisha, anything about what he was doing with that boat. He didn't argue with them about whether or not they was going to get on the board. He did not look at them and say, don't you know I love you? You need to come on with me. No, you have to be about your Father's business. You got 78 days left in 2024. You don't have no time to waste. You don't have no time to sit and whine and complain, to be over there being down on yourself. Understand that this right here, this is not the time. This is not the time. This ain't practice. This ain't conditioning. This ain't a test. This is the real thing. You are really in the field right now. How you walk out of this year is going to be all left up to you, and you ain't got time to be over there begging folk, running after folk, chasing folk down, trying to get them on board. Leave them where they happy at. If they like it, you love it. If that's what they want, then leave them at it. He kept right on building. Kept right on building. No distractions. Super focused. Super locked in. Building the top, putting all the stuff on there. Doing this thing right on this boat. Can you imagine? Y'all be worried about people laughing at you. Laughing at people really right on this boat. Can you imagine? Y'all be worried about people laughing at you. Laughing at people ridiculing you, laughing at people saying stuff to you. Oh, you this and you that, and I can't believe this and that, and whatever. What you think they was going through? You ain't the first one that somebody that said something negative about your what it is that you're doing as far as your self-development, your healing journey, your spiritual journey. Understand that. People don't understand it, especially if they're not on the same type of journey. If they're not working on themselves and their development, everything that you're speaking to them is a foreign language. They will never be able to wrap their mind around while it's so important for you to pray, while it's so important for you to fast, while it's so important for you to meditate, while it's so important for you to be in different rooms and around folk that are like-minded. They don't understand that because that's not a part of their day-to-day. That's not a part of something that they're doing. And you got to stop trying to force that on them. You got to stop listening to what it is that they say. If you know for a fact that that's what you're dealing with, then why in the world are you even having a conversation with that individual? Make that make sense. You have to stay focused. You have to stay focused. You have to stay locked into what it is that you know that you got to be doing for yourself. Noah stayed focused. Kept building. Once he got on the boat, you got two of everything up on the boat. Can you imagine how dark it was on the boat? God goes to work in the dark. In your darkest hour, he's protecting you. In your darkest hour, he's shielding you. In your darkest moments, when you feel the loneliest, is when he's right there with you. The determining factor is, are you going to trust me to bring you out? Are you going to trust me to protect you? Are you going to trust me to be your way maker? Are you going to trust me to be a present help? Are you going to trust me? Oh yeah, come on now. All I got to do is trust. That's it. So as they up on the boat, they on the boat, then close the door of the boat. Can you imagine how dark it was in that boat? To be inside of a boat and all you hear is the rain falling, right? Let's keep in mind now, because this is how it is in life. This is how it is in real life. Here it is. You didn't warn people. You didn't talk to them over and over. You didn't have countless conversations that come and say it to my face. You didn't went and sat down and had the conversation face to face, eyeball to eyeball. You didn't broke down everything that you want from them in a relationship, in a friendship, in a familyship, in a jobship. You done had the conversation with HR. You done had the conversation with the pastor. You done did all of this, right? But people were so used to you just complaining and not doing anything. Nobody took you seriously. Nobody respected what it was that you were saying. Just like Noah out here, right? So now that the boat didn't close, now you didn't close that door of your life, that chapter of your life, and you no longer want the job anymore. You no longer want the relationship anymore. You no longer want the friendship anymore. You're no longer interested in the family no more. Now you locked in with your own life. You didn't close that door and you ready to move on. And then guess what happens, right? Because see, they're not used to you being that person. Is that not what we said at the start of this video? People not used to you changing. They're not used to you growing. They're not used to you respecting your boundaries. They're not used to you enforcing your boundaries. They're not used to you holding other folk and yourself accountable for treating you the right way. So here you are now. Then close the boat. You didn't close the boat up. You didn't close the ark all the way up. And now the rain in their life starts to come. They act like you wasn't nobody on that job, but they knew you was on that job doing 4 or 5 different jobs. You was doing the same 8 hours as everybody else, but you was doing more of a workload than everybody that was there. But they did not want to pay you for the work that you was doing. They wanted to act like they didn't see that you was on that job really carrying the whole shift. They didn't want to acknowledge the fact that you was like, you might as well have been a supervisor the way that you was working that job. You knew everything that was there, but they did not want to acknowledge that. They still tried to treat you crazy. They still thought that you were so wrapped up in it that you would never leave because you done been been there so long. Same way in a relationship. You've been, I'ma leave. We done. Then they got so used to you leaving, so used to you being done, so used to you being over it, that it go in one ear and right out the other. They look at you like, oh, you just talking. You ain't going nowhere. You've been threatening to leave me for so long, and every time you say you're going to leave, you be right back. Understand, they are not taking you seriously. They don't pay you no attention when you're saying what you're saying, because you say one thing, but you do something totally different. So that's why we said at the beginning of this video, you got to do what? You got to make your words match your actions. So here you are. They've said this so many times in a relationship, they don't believe you. They don't think that you're going nowhere. You just have the same thing in the family. Oh, I'm done with this family. Y'all so messy. Y'all so drama filled. It's always something. And you just said it so many times. Oh, I'm going to stop coming to the functions. I'm going to stop doing this and that. But soon as the family reunion pop up, here you is with your family shirt on. Here you is to the cookout. Here you is to the barbecue. Here you is the first Sunday at church family day, smiling and grinning like ain't nothing happened. They are used to that. So once you close the door on that, oh, I skipped one. Hold up. I got to go back. I skipped one. I want to go back to my one I skipped. Hold on a minute. Double tap up my screen. It's tight, but it's right. It's tight, but it's right. I wanna go. I gotta go back to one. I gotta go back to one. Come on, I gotta go back to one because I had to set this one aside because I coach a lot of mothers. I showed you how you close the door on a church, how you close it on a job, how you close it on a relationship, how you close it on a friend, right? You know when you're friends, more friends to them than they are to you, and then they think that they can always just run to you and you will always be there, and you finally close that door. Oh, okay. Now I got another one, and this one is strictly for my mothers. Sometimes you have to close that door on your children as well. Hello, somebody, like, as much as I love your adult children, as much as I love you, as much as I want you to be here with me, but yeah, I can't allow you to walk me like a dog. I can't allow you to manipulate me. I can't allow you to make me feel, understand, like I'm such a horrible person. I can't allow you to continuously try to make me live in my past, to try to make me operate like I owe you something. I've apologized to you already. I've gone outside my way to try to make it up with you already. I've gone outside my way. I've tried to buy in. I tried to love in. I tried to save you from this, that, and the third, all your consequences, and be there and do this and that. But now I'm closing that door. Understand, like, I wanted that bond so bad, but now I don't want the bond like that no more. It ain't, I wanted it, but if your mind already made up, then that's just what it is. And I'm gonna walk away, and I'm not about to feel guilty. I'm not about to feel no shame. I'm not about to feel like I did something wrong to you when I know that I tried. See, that's the thing about being solid. When you've been solid, understand that you let chips fall, you let bridges burn. When you've been solid, when you've been real, I don't care who they are and what the relationship is. You don't run after a soul. You don't beg a soul. When a person lets you know that they feel like their life is better without you, that they can grow, that they can evolve, that they can be successful without you, then let them have it, especially if it's your children. Baby, the last thing I want for you as a mother is for you to live a horrible life. So if you're not dealing with me, calling me, texting me, seeing me, it's going to make your life better, then bye. That's it. I'm not about to do it. Because won't nobody manipulate you like them. Nobody will make you feel like you owe them like them. You got to learn how to put your foot down. People love to say, oh, you only got one this and one that. Yeah, you only got, of each people, both that goes both ways. You only get that one child, and you only get that one mother. The respect has to be reciprocal. The love has to be reciprocal. The relationship has to be reciprocal. We both got to want it. I'm not going to go outside my way and be begging no grown adult child at your big old age still crying about something from 13, 14, 15 years ago. Baby, the devil is a lie. You're not going to keep me hung up in no yesteryears. I do understand trauma. I do understand pain. I do understand things happening that never should have happened or whatnot. I do understand that. But how long you going to hold on to that? How long you going to hold on to that? How long you going to have that as an excuse, as the reason for you to act the way that you do? I'm not going to sit and settle and deal with that. That's just not going to be me. Understand that. And you have to operate like that, because if you don't put your foot down, then people will take their trauma and use it as an excuse to treat you poorly. They will take their trauma, they will take their pain, they will take things that they've gone through and use it as a clutch. Understand, that will be the reason why they won't do nothing in their life right, because everybody have made an excuse excuse for that thing that happened 40-something years ago. Grow up. I ain't gonna do it. Noah closed the door. You got 78 days left in 2024. It's going to be some things that you're going to have to close the door on, and it's going to be some folk that's not going to be happy about the fact that you closed that door. Hello, somebody. Understand, can you imagine being on the boat? Now, you know they ain't got no electricity. This is way back then. You ain't got no electricity. You ain't got nothing going on. You got all these funky animals. You got one of everything. So you know that the boat is crazy smelling right now. Understand that. What you're saying, it's going to be some stuff in your life you're going to have to endure. And it had to be hot on the boat, funky on the boat, all of that. You have to close the door. You have to close the door. But can you imagine how traumatizing it was when they closed the door? Close the door on that boat and how dark it got. And you on there with all type of animals. You on there with snakes. You on there with alligators. You on there with tigers. You on there with all these big old animals. And you in the dark. And you have to trust and believe that none of these animals are going to turn on you. You sitting in a dark boat. And you have to trust and believe that none of these animals are going to get hungry enough to want to eat you up while you're on that boat. That's how it is in this life. Understand, you have to trust God even when you can't see it, even when you don't understand it, even when the math ain't mathing for you. I don't know what's going to happen when I close the door on this boat. Understand, I'm going to be shut up in here with this, and I don't know what's going to happen at this moment. Now here you are for 40 days and 40 nights. You're closed up on the boat. Can you imagine the banging on the door from your cousins, your family, maybe your sisters, brothers, aunts, and everybody? They banging on the door now that they see that the rain is coming. Can you imagine hearing the sound of the rain hitting the boat? That's our life. That's our life every day. The moment that you close that door, and you start operating with a different mindset, working on yourself, focusing on the relationship that you have with yourself and the relationship that you have with God, there's going to be an invisible wall that's surrounding you like that boat. And it's going to be people that's going to be outside of that. I'm in rest just so I can show you. Because I got to show you. It's going to be, this is you. And it's going to be people on the outside that's going to be beating on those walls. They want to get in. Tap, 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 tap. Can you imagine? Beating on the walls. This is you. The moment that you start working on yourself, this is you in the inside. The moment that you start working on yourself, you don't have an ark, but you have that hedge of protection that you're building. And the more that you grow, the more that you evolve in life, you start to shut out anything and everything that's not in alignment with your journey. You lose taste for people, for places, for things that are no longer a part of your assignment. All of a sudden, things that used to matter won't matter anymore. Things that you used to trip over, you won't trip over anymore. Things that you used to be heavily invested in, you're not invested in those things anymore. All of a sudden, it's just not your thing to do. And understand, those things are on the out. And when they're on the out and you're in the inside and you're working on yourself from the inside out, she says, I'm fighting tears at my desk. Baby, let that flow. Let that flow. Understand that. Let it flow. Let it flow. When you're working on yourself from the inside out, right? Now you're working on your development, your prayer life, your fasting life, your meditation, everything. You're working so that you can align yourself with God. You're like, you know what? I'm about to get my life together. I'm about to do this. All of that stuff is on the outside. And just like Noah, understand, you're going to hear them banging, bang, 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 bang. They're going to be banging on the walls. This is you in the inside. These are the walls of that ark. You in the inside. And understand now, you're going to hear them banging. Can you imagine not opening the door for your mom, not opening the door for your kids, not opening the doors for your best friend? Understand that. Why? I cannot open up this door, because if I open up, come on, this is how locked in that you have to be with yourself and God. This is how locked in that you have to be when you say either get on board or be off board. Understand that I'm not going to sacrifice myself. I'm not going to give up my life. Understand that I cannot open up my door. Once I set the boundary, once I enforced the boundary, once I told y'all exactly what it was, I left it up to you to make a decision what you were going to do. If you were going to be on board or not. You decided that not. You didn't want the relationship. You didn't want the friendship. You didn't want the family ship. You didn't want the bond. You didn't want that anymore. So I closed the door. Once I closed that door, I'm not reopening. In 2024, what they would say is, once I come up off of you, I'm not getting back on. Once I come up off of you, I don't care who got you. Don't care what y'all got going on. No longer my concern anymore. Baby, you're not my concern anymore. Don't put yourself out. Don't go outside your way, because once I leave, then I'm gone. I'm not reloving you. I'm not redoing it. I'm not reviving it. It is what it is. Understand that. So once the door is closed, it's closed. Double tap on my screen. Hit that share button on all platforms. Double tap on the screen. So that door closed. You hear them beating on the door, crying. It's raining, it's raining. I told you that it was going to rain. It's raining, not a sin. I told you that it was going to rain. I told you that was going to happen. But it's dark in there. All the animals in there, he's in there. You have to be so tied in that, no, I can't open the door, because me opening that door is me sacrificing myself. Come on, somebody needed that this morning. Do me a favor, put that in your notes. For the person that is struggling with it right now, you didn't know whether you should go back into the relationship, give it another try, and it's so tempting because it's the holiday season and y'all can have matching pajamas for Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and y'all will make such a beautiful couple as y'all took the pictures in front of the Christmas tree, and it looks so nice. I just want you to know that reopening that door is sacrificing yourself. Understand that once that door is closed, it's closed, and it was closed for a reason. You left that relationship for a reason. You cut ties with those friends. I know you might like Friendsgiving, but you cut ties with them for a reason. Once that door was closed, it's closed, and the moment that you reopen that door, you're putting yourself in harm's way. Once you reopen that door, you're putting yourself in a position to now that what can happen is you can open that door and you're going to drown right along with everybody else, because opening that door would allow what's on the outside of that boat to all of a sudden come into the inside of that boat, and it's going to weigh it down. And now all of a sudden your boat is sinking. Don't let your boat sink. Hello. Double tap on my screen. Let me get 5 badges on IG. Double tap on my screen. Let's get up to 2K on Facebook real quick. Double tap on the screen. Double tap on that screen. Let's get up to 200K on TikTok. I want to say this right. You're opening that door, right? It will cause your boat to sink. Opening that door would cause all of the things on the outside of that boat to get in the inside of that boat, and it's going to cause that boat to sink. Send me some love. Double tap on my screen. I want the love first, because when I say this, I know some of y'all going to ball y'all toes all the way back to y'all ankle, and you ain't going to want to give me a badge after I say it, so I'm holding off until I see.
hold it off until I see it. You're gonna, you have to understand. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Marquetta. I appreciate you. Double tap on the screen. Thank you, Miss Cherry. Yeah. If I open this door, then that's me self-sabotaging. If I open this door, then I'm gonna be really messing myself up. I am Bree. Good morning to you, Heather Geek, and I'm just saying, Kat, appreciate you, Kat Marie. Thank you so much, Felicia. I appreciate that. Understand that. I just want you to understand that would mean that you're sacrificing yourself. Do not allow you opening that door. Thank you, faithful _ journey 8. I appreciate you. Don't allow. It'll make your boat sink. Thank you, Danielle. Don't sink your boat because you got a good heart. Don't let you having a good heart cause your boat to sink. That's the hell. Wait a minute. I got some more, Auntie Nay. Thank you, Iris Marie. Appreciate you, Michelle. Thank you so much, Monica. Ooh, somebody like I knew she was gonna do that. Yeah. See, sometimes we go into this. Oh, I got such a good heart. I got such a good heart. I'm such a kind person. I'm such a gentle person. I'm such a loving person, and we use that and we keep saying that over and over and over, and we let that be the excuse to us over there. Understand? End up destroying ourselves because of our good heart. Don't let you being a kind person, a gentle person, be the reason why your boat sink. Don't allow you being a forgiving person. Understand that a forgiving person, don't allow that to be the reason why your boat sink. Understand that, because see, some of y'all, oh yeah, well, I'm just so forgiving and I don't hold on to things and I just let things go, and that's fine, well and good. We want you to be forgiving, but just because you forgive a person does not mean that you have to reconnect with a person. You can forgive a person and still never speak to that individual again. Don't let your forgiving heart be the reason why your boat sink. Don't allow your boat to sink because you're wrapped up in that mentality of, well, that's my mama and that's my family and that's my friend. We've been together since the sandbox. Don't let that be the reason why your boat sink. Understand that because your mama knew she was your mama before she crossed you. Your friend knew that they was your friend from the sandbox when they crossed you. Understand there ain't no special privileges, my love. Ain't no special privileges. Them boundaries gotta be what? They gotta be fair and they gotta be consistent all the way across the board. There is no favoritism. Hello, snip, I will cut you off. Understand that snip, skinny minute. Understand that snip, walk smooth up out your way. Snip, I'm talking, you will see the back of my little Charger get smaller. I'll be halfway down the road and you will be in mid-conversations. I do not play with people and I don't let people play with me. I am unplaywittable. Unplaywittable. We ain't gonna do that there. They knew all of this and they still did it. If you open the door, you're putting yourself in harm's way. So here we are in the middle of a storm. 40 days, 40 nights. We on a boat. It's dark on the boat. It's funky on the boat. You're sweating on the boat. You're hearing the people you love the most bang on the side of the boat. They're going underwater and you can't do anything to help them. You can't do anything to save them. You can't do anything to go out there and help nobody do nothing. Somebody wrote in my comment section on my video, I said, is every man for himself? And they said, find in the Bible where it said every man for himself. And I thought about it for a second. It's right here. Every man for himself. Once I say it to you, once you have the right information, what you do with that information is all up to you. Whether you get on the boat or stay off the boat is up to you. Noah was on the boat. Noah was on the boat. Whether they got on the boat with him or not was all up to them. And they drowned because they did not get on the boat. It was every man for himself. You have your own mind. Understand that. We are all blessed with a divine right of choice. Here it goes right here. It wasn't in word, but it's definitely in action. And also there's another part where it says, you know what? You go and you give the word. It's going to be some people that's going to receive it. It's going to be some people that are going to reject it. But those that reject it, you have to do what? He says, dust it up off of your feet, which is another example of what? Every man for himself. You're not going to get into heaven off of my prayers. I'm not going to get in off of yours. Understand that. That's not how this works. I have to be a willing participant in my life. You have to be willing to change yourself. You got to be willing to work on yourself. You have got to be willing. Oh yeah, understand that. You have to think about what you be saying to certain people. You know what I'm saying? Because their rebuttals might not be what you want. Now here I come back. Here we, because I had to go out of town. I couldn't address it then. I had to come back out of town. So now I'm back from out of town. And I'm just, putting it out there. Like, that was kind of crazy. Okay, Philippians 2:12, work out your own salvation. Every man for himself. Come on, Miss Lita. Every man for himself. And I ain't a know-it-all, but I know enough. I know that you got to do your own self-work. I know enough to know that you have to be willing to give up your right, your need to control and everything else. I know that you have to surrender that. I know enough to tell you that. You have to be careful. I'm a real studier. That's a word. Kira, is that a word? Hold on, I made that one up. Oh, we gonna hold, y'all know we keep the words I make up. I make up stuff, baby. It's a studier. I'm a real, yeah, I'm a studier. I'm a real, friends say, that's my dog. It is not. That's my dog. Yeah, I'm a real studier. A real studier. When you open the book and you dissect it, right? When you open the book and you pull out old school thesaurus and dictionary and get down to it. Oh, I like that. Study her. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Get down into it so that you can make sure you're giving good quality content so people can understand, so that they can grow, they can evolve. And I try to give you guys live videos that you can see yourself in. I want you to see yourself in every scenario, see yourself in every illustration, so that you can see the mistakes that you're making in your life, so that you can make the proper adjustments. I can't do it for you. It has to be something that you're willing to do for yourself. So I give you the word, then I give you the drawing, because some people are visual learners, but I may try to make it to where everybody can walk away feeling full. Everybody can walk away feeling, wow, I'm glad I tuned into that. I got something for me. I had to say some ouches, but I also got some reassurance. I had to get some reassurance, but I also got some new information. I'm going to go back and reread that scripture she was talking about. I'm going to read it now from a different perspective. That's the goal. That's the mission, to get folks so intrigued that they go back and they study it for themselves. That's free game. That's just what I do. That's just what I do. I show you that what you thought was extremely hard for you, it's not as hard as you thought that it would be for you. And a lot of times I sacrifice my own time, energy, and effort, and I'll do it right there with you, just to give you that motivation. You will be amazed how many people, like we were up to 500 over here on TikTok. You'll be amazed how many people that tuned in. Over 1,000 people will be on all 3 platforms. People, grown adults who've never had a morning routine, a day in their life, never thought about getting up every single morning, right? Doing prayer, doing meditation, doing positive affirmations, going through a scripture, getting a full motivational speech, having somebody pour into them first thing every single morning to set their tone, their day up, the right tone for their day. They would have never thought that they would be here every day, but now they're here every single morning, ready. Some of them walk in the gym, some of them walk in the neighborhood, some of them, you know what I'm saying, on their exercise equipment at their houses, and they up every single day now with a full-blown morning routine. This is how I start my day. This is how I get motivated. This right here has gotten me to a place where I operate with peace. I operate with calmness. Even on the job that I don't like, coach, I never liked this job, but now I listen to morning walk and worship. I get up, I get my stretches in. I'm dancing around the house while you walking. I walk in now with a brand new mindset. Understand, I know that this is not a state of my life. It's a stage of my life. I come in, I got a smile on my face. My energy is good. And guess what? I didn't fix the job. The job is still the job. What I done was I fixed me. Me fixing me handling me being responsible for me and protecting my own peace, my own joy in my life. That fixed everything that I needed. I'm not responsible for somebody else. I'm not responsible for their behavior. I'm not responsible for the way that they think and the way that they feel. The only person that I'm responsible for is me. And when I cut ties with all of that and simply focus on myself and making sure that my energy was good, then guess what? That's what I do every day now. I bask in my own glow, my own energy, my own good mood. If they having a bad day, I stay away from them. If I see their face balled up, I stay away from them. Why? Because I don't want anything ruining my own good energy. That's how protective that you have to be about you. Protect yourself. Protect your own energy. Protect your own peace. That was Noah. As Noah was out here on the boat. I know he heard them people banging on the boat, wanting him to drop the door. Hey, if you could open the door just a little bit, I'll slide in. If you open the door just a little bit, I'll jump over the top. I know how to swim enough to get over the top of it. Just crack it open for me, just a little bit. And he could not do it. Every man for himself. So when I say that we're in the season, 78 days left into 2024, and it's time to fast from people, step back from people, let everybody do what they want to do in their life without ruining yourself, without pulling you out of alignment, without distracting yourself. That's exactly what I mean. Because I bet you Noah was back up on that boat and he had his arms folded, his legs in crisscross applesauce, minding his own business, talking about, you know what, I told y'all, I warned y'all, I came around every village and I told y'all exactly what was going to happen, and y'all decided that y'all wanted to laugh, that y'all wanted to pick, that y'all did all of that. And now all of a sudden, now you want on the boat. Now all of a sudden, you want to be a part. Now all of a sudden, you want me to stop doing what I'm doing, drop open my door, let you get up in here, but you're not even thinking about how that'll harm me. You're not even thinking about the way that that'll damage me. You're not even thinking about, see, folk don't be caring about you. They be caring about whether or not you can come through for them or not. Y'all not even worried about if I open the door and the water get in here, then I'm going to go down. If I open the door and you get up in here after I was told not to open the door, you ain't worried about the destruction that's going to happen to me for me being disobedient. You ain't concerned about me. You are concerned about you. What did you say? Every man for himself. This is not a group project. This is an every man for himself project. Come on. Friends say, shoot. Let's be real. You're not worried about me. You're worried about you. Me opening that door would mean I would be operating out of disobedience. That's what you want me to do? You ain't worried about the flood coming in here and the damage that it can cause to me. You worry about saving you. So what I'm telling you this morning is, you got to worry about saving you. You are your own responsibility. You are your own top priority. There should be nothing more important to you than you. You cannot be a good anything to anybody until you are a good you for you. Even when you on the airplane, what they tell you when you on the airplane, when these masks drop down, you put yours on first before trying to help somebody else. Don't try to put on somebody else's without putting on yours. Even on the aircraft, they tell you to put your mask on first. You in the inside. They're going to be knocking. But you cannot open the door. In your notes, red ink, do not open the door. Constant reminder for those of you that struggle with it, put it on a sticky note. Put that on a sticky note for yourself. Put it inside your wallet. We are not opening the door. If it's closed, it's closed. If you've gone outside your way to make it work and it's just not working, if you've done all that you can do in that situation, if you made all the sacrifices that you can make, if you bend over backwards and you've exhausted yourself, it is time to let it go. You got 78 days to focus on yourself. Understand that, right? Be still and know He is God. Be still and know that God is God. He is the ultimate vindicator. Understand that. You can put that in your notes. Be still and know that God is God. He is the ultimate vindicator. You don't have to worry about getting your lick back. You don't have to worry about making it make sense. You don't have to worry about nobody getting on board. You don't have to worry about, oh yeah, well, they're going to walk away. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Be still and know that God is God. Understand that He is the ultimate vindicator in everything that you got going on in your life. You don't have to worry. You don't have to stress. You don't have to have panic attacks, anxiety attacks. You don't have to walk around frustrated, agitated, or annoyed. He is the ultimate vindicator. Understand that what He will do is unimaginable. Understand that you're talking about a little lick back. He goes above and beyond. I ain't gonna go there because y'all know what I like to say. I'm gonna leave it there for right now. But just understand, He do it big, baby. Every time He do it, He gonna do it, and He's gonna do it extremely big. Next thing is, faith is doing nothing. Put it in your notes. I got to get out of here. Faith is doing nothing. Talk to me nice. Hey, Tiffany, how are you, babe? Congratulations on your graduation. Faith is doing nothing. Somebody like, oh, my God, my God. Yeah. I can hear the church people. That's what we say when we be in church. When that word be tight, we be like, my God, my God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Faith is doing nothing. When you have the right type of faith and you locked in with Him like that, faith is doing nothing, because you know when you start trying to do something that's above your pay grade, when it's something that you know you don't fully understand and you start messing with it, then you start creating a bigger mess. You start making it worse than what it has to be. Understand that real faith is doing nothing. It's sitting comfortably in it. It's understanding that God is going to do everything that He said He's going to do. You ain't got to get involved at all. They over there wondering why you ain't said nothing. Ain't nothing to be said. They trying to, that's right there, stay out His way. You over there, they trying to, why you ain't saying nothing? Ain't nothing to be said. Why you ain't doing nothing? Ain't nothing to be done. Why you ain't, hey, baby, don't ask me why, because this right here, this ain't for me. The battle is not yours. Ain't that what you say? It's the Lord. Understand, this right here, this ain't got nothing to do with me. This ain't my battle. This not my fight. This ain't for me to come over here and do. Understand, help is on the way. I got my hands in my pockets real quick. Help is on the way. I'm swaying front to back, because what? Help is on the way. That's it. That's all. I ain't got to go outside my way to do too much. I can just rock back and forth, hand in the pocket. That's it. Understand? That's how you know. Inside this boat, Noah had a job. Be still. Do nothing. Peace in the storm. He had peace in the storm. Noah had a job. That was to be obedient. He found peace inside that storm. His faith was to do nothing. Your work was finished when you built the boat, when you built the ark, and put everything inside. You had already done everything that you were called to do. That was ended for you. Wash your hands, get in the boat, and sit down. Now you have 40 days, 40 nights that they inside this boat. But if you read further, it also says what? It says that this went on for 377 days. 40 days, 40 nights. That's like, that's how long it was raining. But he was in the same funky boat with these animals for 377 days. That's a year and some change. Think about it. Sitting in an enclosed boat, 377 days. It rained for 40 days, 40 nights. You sat in a boat for 377 days in the dark. God was going to work inside the dark. You in there and you sitting in there, right? You sitting there inside that boat, right? And while you sitting there, you having to trust and believe what's going to happen, right? You have to trust and believe that as you're sitting in the boat, even though you can't look out and see what's happening, you have to believe that what's happening is that the water is slowly drying up, that the water is drying up, and before you know it, that this boat is going to go back on land and you're going to be safe. You're going to safely get up out of it. That's how you have to be in the storm that you're facing right now in your life. Even though you feel like you're in the dark, even though you feel like you're alone, even though you feel like you're by yourself, understand 377 days. You've only been stressing right now for what? 4 or 5 days. That's only been going on in your life for 3 or 4 months. He was in there for 377 days. Understand, sometimes it takes work. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes patience. Understand that he's going to work for you in the unseen, in the spiritual realm. You just got to be quiet. That's it. That's all. Let's just be quiet. Sit still. Be still. Hold your faith. This is a faith type of journey. Be quiet. This is what he was doing. He had to sit there 377 days as the water was to start to dry up before that boat would hit that dry land. Understand that now. That requires some real faith. That requires some real obedience. That requires some real self-restraints, because once that rain stopped hitting the boat, I can imagine he was tempted to want to open up the door. At that time, it ain't raining no more. Baby, I can go ahead and open the door right now. Do not open the door. But I can imagine the temptation, because of how stinking it was on the boat, sweaty it was on the boat, how unbearable it was on the boat. Thank you, Tiffany. Yeah, it was very tempting. Desire restraints. Desire, come on. Desire restraints. I'm tempted to do it, but I know I shouldn't. I desire to get out, but nah, that ain't gonna be good. I want to pick up the phone and call them, but no, desire restraint. I know I ain't got no business doing that. If I do that, I might find myself back in the same predicament or worse. Desire restraints. I got to pull even though I desire to do it, I have to restrain myself because I know better in this moment, right? I know better than this. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to put myself back. Oh, wait a minute. Ain't no way I'm going to put myself back in that. Desire restraints is when I desire to do something, but I'm wise enough to restrain myself because I know that the damage that it could potentially cause in my life. Understand that. I know that he was tempted, wanted to open it up just so he can see, but he had to sit in the dark. She said, you talking about me bad. 377 days he sat on the boat. And when the water finally dried and the boat was on land, they said he opened the boat. And don't y'all church folk tell nothing, because I'm right here with y'all. Don't y'all church folk tell nothing. But they said that when the boat was on the dry land, as you continue to read it, that when the door came open, he didn't go out there to go see what all was gone, what damage was caused, who was feeling or what way, if anybody actually survived. It said that he went and he built an altar. And he went into a praise, a worship, thanking and praising God, the Most High God, for what he had done. You have sustained me. You have protected me. You have allowed, you granted me this opportunity. It did not say that he went running around to see how much damage was done. It didn't say that he went into mourning about what was lost, that his cousin, sister, brothers, daddy, mama, whomever was no longer there. He didn't do none of that. He went soon as the door opened. Come on, church people, dance for me too. Yes, he went as soon as it opened. They said he built an altar, and he went straight in. Come on. You have to understand it to really wrap your brain around it. They didn't say that we spend a lot of time wondering, crying, and whining about things that we lost as if it belonged to us from the very beginning. People don't belong to you. Understand, you don't even belong to you. Understand that we whining and crying about our own selfish relationships. Oh, because of how we feel. Oh, I can't believe I can't talk to you, can't hug you. And yes, those are hurtful feelings, but you cannot allow those things to consume you. To be absent from the body is to be present with God. We all living for that moment. Come on. Yeah. We have to call it what it is. We all living for that moment, and sometimes we become afraid of that moment. But you can't be afraid of that moment, especially when you're in alignment. When you're in alignment, you understand that we don't know the day or the hour. We don't know when it's going to happen. We all are on what we would call, the church folks would call, borrowed time. So you wake up every day and your heart is grateful. You're full of gratitude because it's not promised. You don't know what's going to happen from one moment to the next moment. So every day that you wake up, you take that day and you take off and you run full force with it. I got to make the best of it. I got to do everything that I got to do in this moment. I don't take nothing for granted because I know that there's somebody that wanted that opportunity that wasn't able to have it. It's somebody that was begging, that was crying, that was screaming out, that wanted to be here on today, but their family is making arrangements on this moment. For that alone, I am grateful. For that alone, my heart is appreciative for you picking me in spite of me, loving me in spite of me, protecting me in spite of me. I will not take a moment of my life for granted. Yeah. Double tap, yeah. Come on. They said when it opened, he built an altar. Gratitude. Because you saw fit to keep me. That's how we have to go through every single trial, every tribulation, every dark hour that we face with a heart that is filled with gratitude. I trail this with my chosen family every day. I tell them in every video all the time, I'm constantly saying the same thing to them, gratitude. I tell them all the time, we were created to serve. Your service have absolutely nothing to do with you. Your service have everything to do with how you, the impact that you have on other people. We were created to serve. We were created to create. Understand, that's what we're here for. This is not about you. It's about what can you do, right? To have that type of impact on someone else. That's purpose. Understand that God goes to work in the dark. Noah had every opportunity to open a door, to pry it open. I can imagine a temptation. She said she ate. I love y'all. I ain't never heard off a motivational speech. Somebody say she ate. I ain't never heard that. You know what? I'm gonna go with it though. I'm gonna go with that. She ate. Okay. So I'm gonna say this. I can imagine a temptation that he had to deal with, right? While on that journey, I can imagine the desire restraints that he had to endure while on that boat. The hurt, the pain, the feeling that he had knowing that those people that he loved, his friends and all of these people are now underwater. But I can see that and I can understand that. But to deal with all of that and still have gratitude in your heart, to take a loss, a massive loss like that, and still have a heart full of praise, and still your first thought is to get off the boat and create an altar, that makes us look at our life and look at our obstacles and things that we faced on a regular basis and say, wow, let me get my altar built. Let me get my praise and worship together. Wait a minute, I thought I went through some things, but baby, wait a minute. Everybody, even great-granny them, everybody is underwater. Baby, quit crying over spilled milk. Grab those paper towels. It's time to start cleaning up. It's time to start getting ourselves together. I understand it hurts sometimes in life. But you owe this to yourself. You owe this to you. Get in alignment. Stay in alignment. Create the boundaries. Enforce the boundaries. Stop taking on stuff that don't belong to you. It is really every man for himself. You have 78 days left. Why not walk into 2025 with a brand new mindset, a completely different heart, and ready to take off and experience that fire that Jeremiah spoke of? That's the goal. That's the goal. If you really think about it, that's the goal. Jeremiah said, when I don't want to talk about him, when I don't want to talk about him, when I try not to speak about him, when I try to denounce him, when everything around me is telling me that, and when I try to, but I can't. It's like a burning fire that's shut up in my bone, and I can't help but talk about him. I can't help but talk about his goodness and his grace. I can't do nothing but talk about his mercy, his forgiveness. I can't do nothing but talk about how good, good that he is to me. I try not to, but every time that I try not to, I feel like it's in my bones, it's in my soul, it's in my spirit, that even when I promise myself, when I come in here, I do it all the time. I got to do 30 minutes of motivation, and then I'm going to go into ministry, 30 minutes of motivation, and I still come in, and the first thing that I say is, God is good. I try every morning, trust me, I try to start out with motivation and then go into inspiration, but every time I get up here, I end up in a whole nother week. We be outside before we supposed to be outside. It just happens because when that's all that you eat, sleep, and breathe, that's all that you do, that's what you pour into your spirit on a regular basis, that's all that you got. So sometimes I show up in the morning and baby, that's all I got. I would love to get up here and give you some Jim Rohan, to give you some Les Brown, to give you some Eric Thomas. I would love to get up here and give you some of that great old motivation and then just take off. But baby, I show up, and when I show up, baby, it just be different on me. It just be like, yo, you want to come that way, but listen, I got a word today and I ain't got time to play. And we end up here. We end up here, and we end up in scripture. We end up here, we end up in scripture. That's just how it happened, right? And we can't control. Let me talk about every time. But look at Tiffany say in the word, that's it. But that's what you do. I do it on my way in the airport, on my way from the airport. I do it while I'm on the plane. I do it while I'm in the hotel. I do it while I'm taking a shower. I do it while I'm getting dressed. Some people ask me, how is it that you don't know all the new songs out? Because I listen to ministry all day. And by listening to ministry, I would turn on the Bible reader and I would just let it read out scriptures. And when it read out something that I really like, then I go back and I break that thing down because I want to understand. Have you ever wanted something so much that it's like when you want it and you want it bad like that, that's all that you do, and that's all that I do. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I do it that way is because I believe that 2025 is honestly going to be that breakout year. 2025 is going to be the year of teaching. I've done a lot of motivation speaking. I've done a lot of inspirational speaking, but I feel like in 2025, creating an environment where people can learn and people can grow and evolve more, where you can break down things in a way that, it's going to be a different vibe. And I feel like, for me, it's all about being proactive and studying it as much as I can so that when God starts putting together these environments, these rooms, that I'm going to be prepared. This year, some people don't understand why October the 26th is so important to me. It was October of 2023 when I was given, you're going to go on tour, and you're going to go on tour by yourself this time. I was nervous as all get out. Very few people knew that. Because I've traveled with people, and I said, well, I don't know if I want to do it by myself. That's going to be a lot of work for me to do by myself. But I thank God that I thought that I was going to have to do it by myself. But I have my chosen family. These people God has placed on their heart and placed in their finances. That every place that I've been in 2024, that I've walked in, and it's 5 to 10 to 15 of them in every single room, ready. They ready. They on their feet. That's my coach. They are ready. They're gonna run the door. They're gonna pass out. They're gonna bring in the water. They're gonna everything that I could have possibly thought that I wanted or that I needed, whatever assistance that I needed. They made it so easy for me. And at first I'm like, y'all bought tickets to be here. Why in the world you wanna buy a ticket and then still work? It wasn't about that for them. It was about I want to serve. I want to serve. I didn't need a team. I didn't need people. They were there. And that's why I tell you all the time, God will bless you with the right people. Understand that. God will bless you with the people. You think that you losing folk? He will be bringing you in good quality folk. They come in and baby, look at here. If all you need is water, I got you 5 of them over here. You need a towel to wipe the sweat, I got you 3 clean ones over here. Made sure they was the right color and all. What you need, when you step out, I want you to step out looking your best. I want you dressed the best. When you walk out, I want you to be a representation of royalty. I want them to know that's my coach. That's her right there. There she go. Flies in the room. Direct, I'm telling you, here she come. Right? This is where it was. And me, y'all know me. I be so chill. And it took a minute for me to wrap my mind around the love that I was receiving, the gifts I was receiving. And just going from a person that took care of everybody to being a person that was being taken care of by everybody. I wasn't used to that. I was a giver. I wasn't a receiver. And I was open and I was honest to them when they would say things to me and it was hard for me to receive it. And they said, hey, you're going to have to learn how to take this love, coach. You're going to have to learn how to take this love. And I practiced it. And I worked on it all year long. And then I was like, man, we rolling through this tour, man. We getting on through here. We almost there. And here we are, October the 26th. The 10 months that he promised, it's the 10 months that we're about to complete. And we wrapping it up in New York. One of the places that I talked about my whole entire life, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to New York. And we're going to complete it in New York. And it's already sold out. People ready, eager to celebrate, to get that word, to share that energy, to get them hugs. It's amazing, y'all. I try to contain myself. And I know y'all feel like, dang, she talk about this every day. I can't help it because it was hard at first. I did not know, but I had to be obedient. And I had to follow through with everything. I had to book the hotels. I had to book the venues. All of this is coming out of my pocket. I had to pay for all of this. My host, my DJ, getting us that, making sure everything was rolling. All because I wanted to spread the word. All because I wanted people to be able to exchange that energy with me. I wanted them to hug me. I wanted them to embrace me. I wanted them to feel that love when somebody says, I love you, and really mean it. When somebody come to see you, I would stand in the front of a building. I would take pictures with every single person that is there. I do it. And there's no charges. There's no extra nothing. This is purpose work. I want you to walk away feeling loved. This is an experience. It's not just another service, it's ministry. All praise. And when God said, do it, I did it. And it's just a blessing. And now, about to release everything that he has for 2025. 6 months, 2 2-day retreats every other month. I'm coming to your city. 2 days. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. I'm super excited for just being able to create the classrooms for you guys to come and actually do full-blown seminars. It's gonna be amazing. I absolutely love you guys. Yeah, Friday night coming in, we're gonna do our meet and greet in a small, mix and mingle type of event where everybody's vibing out and really getting to know each other. And then that Saturday, we going to work. You going to class, right? We going to class. We gonna learn some stuff. It's gonna, man, I'm just blown away with everything that God is doing. It is an amazing, just amazing just to be used by him. But every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because there's no love like self-love. And you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. Asia, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that cash app. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else, man. I just want to say to God be the glory for all the great and amazing things that he has done. And I just want you guys to walk away from this video. I know it's been long this morning, but it was tight, but it's right. But as you part ways with this video, I want you to allow those things to resonate inside of your heart, inside of your mind. Baby, give it to God. Why suffer? Why struggle when you don't have to? It's your favorite speaker is the Cash App, your favorite speaker. Why be stressed out if you don't have to? Why walk around with that heaviness and the burdens of all of this if you don't have to? Thank you, Kira. Let it go. Let it go. We're about to walk into something that is amazing. We're about to walk into something that is amazing. Cheat code real quick. You can have it. Hear me? If you wanted that amazing thing, that breakthrough, that open door, that opportunity, that yes, it's right there waiting on you. It's free for all of us. It's free right there for all of us. Fresh oil. Fresh oil. If you tired, if you frustrated, baby, it's right there. And it's free for all of us. We can have it. But you gotta want it. And you have to go after it. Fresh oil. Fresh oil. I know it might sound dark. It might be dark in your life right now. But God goes to work in the dark. Ask Noah. Ask Daniel. It wasn't no light inside that lion's den. God goes to work in the dark. The lady with the issue of blood, it dried up under her skirt. They didn't know anything. She didn't know it. It just dried up right there. Fresh oil. Fresh oil. And we can have it. I love you guys. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Enjoy the rest of y'all day, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Wait a minute. Y'all are all the way over here at 309. Let's go. Past the goal today. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much.